Okay, so whatever you can see on the board, okay, in the things screen. Okay, first I'll give the problem definition. Okay, so here first problem, the moist air. Okay, I'll take another problem. Okay. Okay, so I'll take first one simple problem. Okay, so here the dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature of atmospheric air is given as, you see, sling psychrometer. You remember the moist air is measured by an instrument called as sling psychrometer. Okay, that is the instrument used to measure the properties of the moist air and determined to be 25 and 15 degrees Celsius. They are given clearly dBT as 25 degrees Celsius and WBT as 15 degrees Celsius. Determine the specific humidity, relative humidity, and enthalpy of air. Use the properties of table only, means you have to use only the steam tables. Okay, should not use the psychrometric chart. In the previous class we discussed how to take relative humidity, how to take specific humidity, and how to find out enthalpy in the chart. But here in this problem they are given clearly, use the property table only, means you have to use only the steam tables without using the psychrometric chart. And such kind of the question carries 7 marks. This question asked in June 12. Okay, and now you have, first step is you have to write the given data. Given data is dry bulb temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, wet bulb temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. You remember all the values given at atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is 1.01325 bar or 101.325 kilopascal. You remember all the properties what they are given. dBT and WBT are at atmospheric condition. Sometimes they won't mention the atmospheric pressure. In that case, you have to remember atmospheric pressure is 1.01 bar or 101.325 kilopascal. These are the given data. So from this one, you are going to find out the three properties. First one is specific humidity. Specific humidity. So in the first class, I derived the derivation is given by 0.622 PV divided by PA. So PV is what? The pressure of vapor divided by the atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is total P equals to P plus PV. So PA is nothing but P minus PV. So you can write PA in terms of P minus PV. According to Dalton's law of partial pressure, total pressure is given by PA plus PV. So PA equals to P minus PV, and this is a constant value what we derived. Just you remember this formula to find out specific humidity of the air, 0.622 into PV. And one more formula you should remember, PV is this formula. Okay, so for all the problems, analytical problem, you have to remember this formula. Some certain 3-4 formula you should remember to solve the problem by analytical method. Okay, so PV is your the pressure of water vapor equals to PVS into WB, means this is the saturated vapor pressure at wet bulb temperature. You remember, don't make confusion between V and VS. V is just vapor and S indicate your saturated vapor pressure. So it is saturated vapor pressure at wet bulb temperature, and this one you are going to find out from the steam tables. Minus of P. P is your the total pressure, that is your atmospheric pressure. Once again, same what equation you are having, PVS into WB, means it is a saturated vapor pressure at wet bulb temperature into difference of dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature, and divide by, this is a constant value, don't change this constant value. So derivation is there, derivation is not required. Just you remember how to find out the value of PV. So you are having an equation number of PV, that is the equation PVS WB minus of P minus of PVS into WB. TdB minus TWB divided by 1547 is constant, minus of 1.44 is also constant value. So you should remember this formula to find out the vapor pressure. Okay, so then how to find out this PVS WB? So they have given the two temperature. One is dry bulb temperature as 25 degrees Celsius and wet bulb temperature as 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this one you have to take from the steam tables. Okay, corresponding to temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, the pressure is given by 0.017 bar. Okay, so I shared the steam tables. From the steam tables corresponding to temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, because it is a pressure at 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, we'll get 0.017 bar. And one more important thing is all the units you have to express in kilo units. So you'll get after converting 1.7039 kilopascal. Okay, now we have to substitute this value in equation number 2. So equation number 2 is what? Saturated vapor pressure at wet bulb temperature. We are finding out from a steam table. You remember you have to express in kilo units. 1.7039 minus of P, it is your atmospheric pressure, 101.325 minus PVSWB, same thing, whatever value you have taken from the steam table, you have to enter that value only into difference of temperature in terms of degree Celsius. And in the denominator, 1547 constant minus 1.44 constant, and T WB is 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, it's a very simple formula to find out the vapor pressure. Okay, PVSWB is saturated vapor pressure at wet bulb temperature, minus of P is atmospheric pressure. This value you are going to find out from steam table. TdB and TWB are given in the problem. 1547 is constant, 1.44 is also constant, into TWB is nothing but 15. Just you substitute all the values, so you'll get the saturated vapor pressure as 1.05 kilopascal. Okay, so next you are going to substitute that value of PV in equation number 1. Okay, equation number 1 is what? 0.622 PV, 0.622, and we calculated 1.058 kilopascal divided by P is 101.325, this value, minus of your PV. PV is 1.058. So you are getting specific humidity as 0.00651. So you can compare this value with your psychrometric chart also. So you take dBT as 25 and WBT as 15 degrees Celsius and find out the specific humidity. How we are going to find out specific humidity? You are moving from that point towards the right. Okay, on the y-axis you'll get the specific humidity like that. First you find out, so you can compare, so whether your answer matches with your psychrometric chart or not. Okay, 0.0065, we are getting the accurate value using the formula, but we'll get approximate value in case of psychrometric chart. This is the first part. Okay, specific humidity. Then how to find out your relative humidity? Relative humidity, so second formula, relative humidity is given by, I derived this derivation. Okay, relative humidity is given by PV divided by PVS. PV is what? The vapor pressure. Vapor pressure just now we calculated. We are getting the PV as 1.05 kilopascal, and PVS is, this is nothing but it is a saturated vapor pressure at dry bulb temperature. Okay, so in the previous case, while finding out the formula, you have to take the vapor pressure at wet bulb temperature, but when comes to your relative humidity, always PVS indicates the value of pressure with respect to dry bulb temperature, means at 25 degrees Celsius using the steam table. So you have to find out the pressure. Okay, as I said, there are two tables. One is pressure based table and second one is temperature based table. So here we are having the temperature in the, immediately in the second second column only, you will get the pressure. So you refer the steam table, go to 25 degrees Celsius, and we are finding out the value of PVS, that is the pressure at 25 degrees Celsius is 0.031 bar, because all the values in the steam table are in bar. Now you have to convert that bar into kilopascal. You'll get 3.166 kilopascal. Now you substitute the value of PV. PV is using the formula. Okay, PV is, you have to remember this formula to find out PV. Okay, you calculated PV, and PVS is, you remember, while finding out the relative humidity, the PVS always you have to take the pressure corresponding to temperature of dry bulb temperature only. So at 25 we are getting the pressure as this much of bar or this much of kilopascal. So you have to substitute the values in equation number 3. So PV is, in the previous case we are getting the PV as 1.0508 divided by 3.16 kilopascal. You see, remember, don't put it in the bar. Suppose you put it in the bar, you'll get the wrong answer. Okay, so you should get the relative humidity less than 1 only, like 20 percentage, 30 percentage. Suppose if you are getting more than 1, it is wrong. Okay, so you should get the relative humidity in terms of percentage, less than 100 percentage. That's why you have to put PVS in terms of kilopascal only. So PVS is here, this is the using formula, and this one from steam table. You are getting 33.19. You see, we are getting the accurate result using the formula. But you can see in case of a psychrometric chart, so we are having two lines, that is 30 percentage and 40 percentage. This point lies in between. So you'll get, using psychrometric chart, we can write 35 percentage approximate value. But using the formula, you are getting the relative humidity as 33.2 percentage. Okay, so this is accurate result what we are getting using the formula. And third one, you are to going to find out the enthalpy. Okay, so enthalpy, once again I said this formula you have to remember. You have to remember some 4 to 5 formula to solve analytically. Okay, so enthalpy is given by 1.005 TDB. It is a dry bulb temperature, plus omega. Omega is what? Specific humidity. Specific humidity starting only we have calculated. It is 0.00651 into 2500 is your constant, plus 1.88 into TDB. You remember this formula. Okay, so no need to, derivation is not required. This is the formula to find out enthalpy of moist air. 1.005 into TDB plus omega. You remember certain symbol. Omega is specific humidity. Phi is your relative humidity. TDB is dry bulb temperature. TWB is your wet bulb temperature. DPT is dew point temperature. So these are the things you should remember. Okay, so 1.005 dry bulb temperature is 25 given in the problem, plus specific humidity we calculated it as 0.00651 into 2500 is a constant value, plus 1.88 is also constant. Don't change these values, into TDB. So after simplifying, after substituting all the values, we'll get the enthalpy as 41.7 kilojoules per kg of air. So you can compare this value with your psychrometric chart also. So where we are getting approximately 42. So here we are getting the accurate value 41.7. So what you can do, so whatever 25 degrees Celsius DBT you take, 15 degree WBT you take, locate the point, and using the psychrometric chart you can find out all the properties. You can verify, okay, whether these answer matches with or not. Okay, next, fifth point, you have to find out the DPT. Okay, DPT is what? Dew point temperature. How we are going to find out in psychrometric chart? Means moving in the horizontal direction from right to left in case of psychrometric chart. But here using the formulae, so we have to take the what is the temperature at your PV. That very simple. So PV is what? 1.0508 kilopascal is there. This is the saturated, sorry, vapor pressure. At this pressure, what is the temperature? Once again, go to your steam table. So find out steam table. You follow the pressure based table 1.05. I think you'll not get. You take approximate value. That is 1.05 kilopascal. Means first you have to convert in bar, because we are not having the kilopascal in steam tables. Okay, so you have to convert in bar corresponding to this bar, that is 0.0105. Okay, you'll get 0.01 bar is there in the steam table. Corresponding to that value, we'll get the temperature as around 7.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the value like that you can find out. So in this problem, by knowing the dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature, so how to find out specific humidity, how to find out relative humidity, how to find out enthalpy and dew point temperature. So each point carries 2 marks. Okay, just so what you are going to do, just you are going to remember some 4 to 5 formula, and you have to use the steam table. Okay, so very simple formula for all the problems. They'll ask the problems like this only, no change in the empirical formula, but you should remember this formula properly. Okay, and one more thing, you see the heading of the problem. Okay, so use the properties of table only, means clearly they will mention. Okay, don't use your psychrometric chart. Suppose if you are using the psychrometric chart, you lose the mark. Okay, so don't use the mm, a psychrometric chart. Using property table only, means using steam table only, we are finding out the properties and substituting those values in the formula. So we are going to find out the properties like specific humidity, relative humidity, enthalpy, and the dew point temperature. Okay, this is how to solve the problem numerically. Okay, so every time they used to ask such kind of problem, that's why you try to understand only one problem. Okay, all the problems are same. Okay, but you have to analyze one problem properly, and just they'll change the conditions. Okay, instead of 25 they will give 35, instead of 15 they'll give 10 degrees Celsius, like that, but remaining procedure is same. Okay, so understood the problem, guys? Okay, any doubts in this problem? Okay, how to solve the psychrometric problems using formulae? Okay, any doubt in this problem? Okay, any doubts? Try to understand only one problem. Okay, so remaining problems are same, no change at all. Okay, only they'll change the condition. Okay, like instead of 25 they'll give the 20 degree, like that. Okay, any doubts? Okay, anyone having any doubts? I'll clarify. Okay, guys, any doubts? Abhishek Hanur, Abhishek.
So do we have the derivations for these
Which
formulas?
one here? Derivation not required.
All these
No,
formulas.
no, derivation is not required, just remember the formula. Okay,
Okay, sir.
derivation not at all required. Okay, to solve the problem, just you remember the formula, that's it. Okay, you have to remember the
Okay.
formula. You understood how to take specific humidity and all the things. Okay, I'll solve some more problems. Okay, based upon this one, but try to understand one problem properly, because one question carries 10 marks, this one. Okay, psychrometric problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this chapter is very simple, I'm telling you. Okay, so just you remember the definition, what is dbt, what is dpt, just you go through all the definition, just you analyze the psychrometric chart, and what problem I am doing today most important. Okay, so that this kind of problem only they'll ask in the exam. So beyond that they won't ask anything, I'm telling you. Okay, that's why try to understand the problem. Okay, okay, I'll solve one more problem. Okay, same kind, one more problem. How to solve analytically. Okay, so second problem. In the previous problem, they have given dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature. Okay, I'm taking the second problem. So here moist air having 35 degrees Celsius means it is a dry bulb temperature, has dew point temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. You see, okay, don't make confusion between dew point temperature and wet bulb temperature. Here they are given dew point temperature. Okay, you know how to locate the dew point temperature in the psychrometric chart. Calculate the relative humidity, specific humidity, and enthalpy. So in the previous problem, dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature were given. In this problem, dry bulb temperature and dew point temperature are given. Okay, so whenever they are given like this, how to solve the problem? Okay, this is the second type. Okay, first step is you have to write the given data. Temperature of moist air means always it is dBT, that is the temperature of dry air, 35 degrees Celsius. Dew point temperature is represented by symbol dPT, equals to 15 degrees Celsius. And how to find out the relative humidity? So same formula you are using. You remember phi equals to PV divided by PVS. PV is your vapor pressure and PVS is the vapor pressure at saturated condition. S is saturated condition. Okay, and the PV. So PV, how to find out PV? So how you use the formula? The PV, same formula here. Okay, 1 minute. Hmm. Okay, PVS, as I said, you have to take the pressure corresponding to your dry bulb temperature, PVS. How you did in the previous problem, same thing. PVS is your, so whatever the pressure corresponding to your dry bulb temperature, you have to refer the steam table corresponding to temperature of 35 degrees Celsius. We are getting the value as 0.056216 bar. You can convert in kilopascal. Next, directly, so whenever they are given the dew point temperature, no need the formula. Okay, so how we use the formula like a PVS, WB, etc., it is not required. So when dPT is given, okay, directly you take that value from the steam table. So what is the temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. Whenever temperature of dew point is given, no need to use the formula. Directly you go to the steam table and find out the pressure corresponding to temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. So you are going to find out the pressure as 0.017 bar. You remember, suppose if dPT is not given, suppose if WBT is given, in that case you have to follow the whatever formula I have given, that is whatever we solved previously. Okay, here in this problem, dry bulb and wet bulb is given. So whenever wet bulb is given, this is the formula to find out PV. So whenever dPT is given, so no need to use the formula, directly use the steam table and find out the value. Okay, so what is the dPT? dPT is your 15 degree Celsius. Okay, don't make confusion. Whenever dPT is given, directly you take the pressure from the steam table. So we are getting 15 degrees Celsius is 0.017 bar, or you have to convert in 1.7039 kilopascal. That's why I took two different problems. In previous problem, dBT and WBT are given. In this problem, dBT and dPT are given. Whenever dPT is given, don't use the formula, directly use the steam table and find out the pressure corresponding to the given temperature, that is 1.709 kilopascal. And one more, what is PV? PV is nothing but your pressure at dry bulb temperature, that is 35 degrees Celsius. This is also from steam table and this is also from the steam table. Just you find out the ratio. That ratio gives your the specific humidity, that is, sorry, relative humidity, phi 0.303, around 30.3 percentage you will get. Okay, now, okay, just you can compare this with your psychrometric chart. We are getting approximately 30 percentage, but here using the formula we are getting the accurate value. Okay. Next, to find out specific humidity. To find out specific humidity means, so same formula you use what I used empirically. I said you have to remember certain formula. This is the first formula. This is the second formula. And don't make confusion between phi and omega. Phi is your relative humidity, ratio of vapor pressure to saturated vapor pressure, and this is specific humidity is 0.622 constant, okay, into PV divided by PA. So PV is what we got from DBT, that is 0.056 bar into PV. So this is a constant divided by, you remember, PA equals to P minus PV. PA is what? Pressure of air. So according to Dalton's law, partial pressure, total pressure P equals to PA plus PV. That is pressure of dry air plus pressure of water vapor. From that one, PA is nothing but P minus PV. So 0.622 constant. PV is your whatever the value of pressure at dry bulb temperature from steam table divided by P. P is nothing but what? Total pressure. It is nothing but atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is always 101.325 kilopascal. You remember that value. So here you see they are not given the atmospheric pressure. Okay, always you remember atmospheric pressure is 1.031 bar or 101.325 kilopascal. In the previous problem they have given the atmospheric pressure, but in this problem they are not given. So you have to remember atmospheric value. Okay, atmospheric pressure value is 1.01325 bar or 101.325 kilopascal. Now you substitute the value of PV and P in equation number 2. Okay, omega is specific humidity. So 0.622 into PV. PV is what? It is the pressure at 35 degrees Celsius from steam table, and P is your atmospheric pressure. You have to assume 101.325 minus of PV, that is the vapor pressure at 35 degrees Celsius. So after simplifying, we are getting the answer as 0.01063 kg of vapor per kg of dry air. This is a unit of specific humidity, and you are finding out these values in the psychrometric chart on the right hand side in the y-axis. Okay, what I explained in the previous class. Okay, this is accurate value we are getting using the formula. And third formula is your enthalpy. Same formula you are using, no change in the formula. Enthalpy is 1.005 TdB plus omega is your specific humidity, whatever we calculated just now, into 2500 is constant plus 1.88 TdB. So 1.005 into 35 is your dry bulb temperature plus omega is your specific humidity. 2500 is constant plus 1.88 into 35. Okay, substitute all the values, you'll get the enthalpy of moist air as 62.45 kilojoules per kg of air. Okay, this is how to find out the things. You are not using the psychrometric chart, we are using only the steam table properties and remembering the value. Okay, so first enthalpy formula you remember 1.005 TdB plus omega into 2500 plus 1.88 TdB. TdB anyhow they'll give in the problem, and omega is specific humidity calculated by this formula. And then PV, suppose if it is wet bulb temperature, you have to use the formula. If it is DPT, directly you take from the steam table. So like that you have to find out the various parameters in the psychrometric things. Okay, analytical method. Okay, so each question carries 8 to 10 mark. Okay, so very simple steps, but you have to remember this formula. Okay, this is a second formula. Third problem I'll take. um, Whenever relative humidity is given, how to solve the problem. Okay, You see everywhere they'll ask the problem like this: atmospheric air at 101 kilopascal has 30 degrees Celsius dBT and 15 degrees Celsius dBT. Whatever problem I solved here in this case, just they change the temperature. Okay, instead of 25, they have given 30 degrees Celsius. That procedure is same without using the psychrometric chart. You see, you are not using the psychrometric chart, so you have to use only the property tables. Means you are going to use the steam tables. Okay. Hence, okay, you have to remember the formula to solve the problem. Okay, I'll take one more example. Okay. Okay, sometimes they will ask vapor density. Okay, one more extra thing is there in this problem. So I'll solve this problem. Okay, you see this problem. Okay, a sling psychrometer reads 40 degrees Celsius dBT and 28 degrees Celsius WBT. In this problem, dBT and WBT are given. Calculate the following: specific humidity, relative humidity, vapor density. Okay, dew point temperature and enthalpy. You know of all the four parts except vapor density. I'll tell how to solve this problem. Okay, so most of the time they will ask this one more thing: vapor density. Okay, now what are the given data? dBT is 40 degrees Celsius, WBT is 28 degrees Celsius. Okay, as usual. So you have to start the procedure. First one is specific humidity. Specific humidity is 0.622 PV divided by PA. This is the standard formula. Then as I said, if it is WBT, so you have to use the formula to calculate PV. What is PV? As we did in the first problem, that is PVS into WB minus of P minus PVS into WB. You remember this formula you are going to use when wet bulb temperature is given. If dPt is given, don't use this formula directly. You take the pressure for the corresponding dPt. So PV is PVS into WB. It's nothing but your pressure at wet bulb temperature minus of P. So you observe the notation carefully. PVS WB is saturated vapor pressure at wet bulb temperature minus of capital P. Capital P is your the total pressure is nothing but 101.325 kilopascal. You remember once again in this problem, they are not given the atmospheric pressure. Okay, that's why for all the problems you have to remember atmospheric pressure as 101.325 kilopascal. Don't put it in bar because remaining things we are going to express in kilo units. That's why your unit should be unique. Suppose if something goes wrong, your problem is not correct, and hence again, so you have to take care of the units for every step. Okay, units are most important. Whatever, not only in psychrometrics, in all the chapters you have to maintain the unique quantities. Okay, suppose if you are expressing in kilo, means entire units you have to express in kilo units only. Don't put one in bar and one in kilopascal. In that case you will not get the correct value. So be careful in putting the units. So PVS WB is your the pressure at 28 degrees Celsius. From steam tables we are getting it as 7.375 kilopascal. You are getting in bar. Okay, first you have to write down in bar and then you have to convert in kilopascal. That is 7.375. Suppose if you are putting 0.07 wrong, okay, be careful. You have to put that value in kilo only. So P is a total atmospheric pressure, that is 101.325 kilopascal minus of same value whatever you're getting from the steam table, 7.375 kilopascal into difference of your dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature, 40 minus 28 divided by 1547 minus 144 into TWB. Here it is 28. That's why be careful. WB is your wet bulb and TB is your dry bulb. TDB is dry bulb. Okay. Now, whatever the values you got from the steam table, you have to substitute in equation number 2. This is PVS WB is that pressure at 28 degrees Celsius is 7.375, sorry, minus of 101.325. This is your atmospheric pressure minus, once again, what you got from the steam table, into difference of temperature divided by 1547 constant, you remember. So you have to put that value only. Minus 1.44 is once again constant, into TWP is 28. So after solving this one, we're getting the value of PV as 3 kilopascal. Okay, 3 kilopascal only. Now you have to substitute this value in equation number 1 to find out your vapor specific humidity, 0.622 into 3. Okay, don't put it in bar. Everything better you express in kilo units only. 0.622 into 3 divided by PA. PA is what? So here PA is nothing but P minus PV. Okay, PA is P minus PV. So 1.866 divided by total pressure, atmospheric pressure is 101.325 minus PV. We calculated this PV using the formula. So 0.0189 you are getting. Okay, so this is, you remember, you are going to use this formula when WBT is given. Okay, next step is we have to find out the specific humidity. Specific humidity over relative humidity is PV divided by PV, standard formula. PV is what? Pressure at your just now we calculated PV. Oh, it's nothing but 0.0. PV is 3. We got it calculated, and PVS, as I said. So here in relative humidity, PVS always you have to take with respect to dry bulb temperature. Don't take with respect to wet bulb temperature. Okay. So 3 divided by 7.375. This is the pressure corresponding to your dry bulb temperature. So dry bulb temperature is 40 degrees Celsius from the steam table, corresponding to pressure of 40 degrees Celsius. Pressure is 7.375, and PV is you are calculating by the formula. So by substituting all the values, you will get 40 percentage of relative humidity. Okay. Next, in this problem, they have asked one more additional thing, that is vapor density. Okay, one additional thing they have asked. So you have to use the ideal gas equation. So ideal gas equation, we know that PV equals to MRT. Okay, so all V suffix indicates for your vapor. So whatever vapor or this one dry air you can take, the law is same. That is ideal gas equation is given by ideal gas equation is given by PV equals to MRT. So from this one, what is density? Density is nothing but mass by volume. So from this formula, you have to take the ratio. Ratio is MV by VV. So from this one only, you are going to take the so you have to take the ratio MV divided by VV equals to PV divided by RVTV. So from this one, you are taking the ratio. What is M by V? M by V is nothing but your rho. Mass by volume is rho. And RHS, there is no change. PV divided by RV into TV. And one more thing, in the basic thermodynamics you studied, the general gas constant is the ratio of universal gas constant divided by your mass. Okay, so mass of the moist air, you remember it is H2O, that is 18. Okay, H2 only you have to take. So here R is general gas constant of vapor equals to R bar. R bar is called as universal gas constant divided by mass of the vapor. This is a standard value 18. Okay, 8.314 is standard. So you are getting the general gas constant as 0.4618. Already studied the relationship between general gas constant, universal gas constant, and mass in BTD. So RV equals to R bar divided by M. R bar is 8.314 and moisture you have to take 18 only. Okay, don't take any other value. So this is the molecular weight of your water vapor. Molecular weight is H2O 2 plus 16 18. So you'll get 0.4618, that is RV. So now you substitute the value of rho V. Rho V is PV. So PV is what we got, 3 kilopascal divided by RV. RV, we are using the formula R bar divided by molecular weight, that is your 0.4618 into a TV. And one more thing here, you have to express the temperature in Kelvin. Don't put it in degrees Celsius. Okay, and always you have to take the dry bulb temperature. So you should remember the condition. So 40 plus dry bulb temperature is 40 plus 273. Don't take degrees Celsius. Only in this case you have to consider in Kelvin. So 3 divided by 0.4618 into 40 plus 273. So vapor density of air is given by 0.0207. Simple formula. You have to use the ideal gas equation. Take the ratio, that is V by M equals to PV by R into T. So PV is your vapor pressure calculated using the formula. R is R bar by M. R bar is 8.314 divided by 18. So using this formula, you are going to find out RV. Okay. And after that, rho V is your vapor density. Okay. So in this problem, they asked one additional thing, vapor density. So using the formula, you are getting it as 0.0207. And next DPT, as I said, DPT corresponding to vapor pressure. So you go to the steam table, and once again I said you have to convert 3 kilopascal into bar. Okay, because all the values in the steam table given in the bar. Okay, so 3 kilopascal you will not find out, you will not get the value. For that purpose, you have to convert in 0.03 bar. Okay, now you refer the steam table corresponding to pressure of 0.03 bar. Immediately in the second column, you'll get the temperature, that is corresponding to pressure of 0.03 bar. You'll get the temperature as 24 degrees Celsius. You remember what are the parameters here? 40 degrees the dBT, and WBT is 15 degrees Celsius, and DPT is 24 degrees Celsius. Means it lies in between your WBT and your DBT, remember. So, and it is called as dew point temperature. Dew point temperature is the temperature at which the water vapor or moisture is converted into the water, means it is converted into condensate. Okay, so the temperature at which the working substance is converted into condensate, that is called as DPT. Okay, you are getting DPT as 24 degrees Celsius, and the given values are DBT is 40 and WBT is 20. Sorry, it is less than your WBT. We are getting less than, because the temperature is required to convert the moisture into the condensate, means the temperature decreases. Okay, so we are getting DPT as 24 degrees Celsius. Okay, next last part. So how to find out the enthalpy of air? Okay, once again you have to use the standard formula, 1.005 TdB plus omega into 2500 plus 1.88 TdB. So this same formula you are going to use in all the problems. Okay, so 1.005 TdB is 40 plus 0.0198. What is that? Specific humidity. Specific humidity is 0.622 PV divided by PA. Okay, whatever we calculated in the beginning, that is your specific humidity. Okay. So H enthalpy is given by 1.005 TdB plus omega into 2500 plus 1.88 TdB. So substitute all the values, you will get the enthalpy of moist air as 91.18, but in the psychrometric chart, okay, so you'll get near to 92. So you're writing it as 92 because you'll not get the accurate values in the psychrometric chart. Okay, so what you can do, so I shared the psychrometric chart. Okay, now you calculate both the things. First you do analytically, and then you compare with the psychrometric chart. Already you know how to see the values, etc. Okay, so that is the third problem. Okay. So now I'll explain same thing how already you know how to solve using a psychrometric chart. Okay, so okay, so first problem what I have given 25 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that first problem I solved how to solve using the psychrometric chart. Okay, but here they are not mentioned. You see, with the help of psychrometric chart. Suppose if you are giving the psychrometric chart, you have to refer. Okay, already studied the psychrometric chart. Okay, so here this is your psychrometric chart, and they are given the condition 25 degree dbt and 15 degree Celsius is your WBT. Okay, so as I said, all the vertical lines in the psychrometric chart gives your dbt 25 degree Celsius you have to take. And what about your WBT? So in the 15 degree, just you move up and take in the inclined direction, so you locate the point. So it is very easy to see the psychrometric chart. First 25 degree Celsius, first better you go start with WBT only. First you go 15 degree Celsius. On the 15 degree Celsius line, move upwards where it cuts the saturation curve. You are having inclined line. Okay, just inclined line, move down where it cuts your 25 degrees Celsius. That is the location of your the point, and using that point you are going to find out the properties. Okay, so you see the first problem what I solved. Okay, is 25 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius. Same thing we are solving using the psychrometric chart. Here, how to find out specific humidity? You are going to move towards right. You are getting 0.00675. Now, what we got analytical method? Just now I solved in the problem number 3, 25 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius. I'll show the value, what you are getting. Okay. Same problem, 25 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius. Same problem we are solving using analytical method. Here you see the specific humidity we are getting it as 0.00651. Okay, so when you are using the psychrometric chart, how much you are getting? Okay. Okay, this is the psychrometric chart. 0.0065 you are getting using formula, but here 0.00675. As I said, you will not get accurate value. There will be difference. You see, in analytical method we are getting 0.0065. Here we are getting 0.00675. Okay, so we are getting approximate value. How to find out relative humidity? As I said, there are curves passing through this point. So the whatever the curve near to that we are having in between 30 percentage and 40 percentage, you can write directly 35 percentage. As I said, if the point lies in between 30 percentage and 40 percentage, you write the relative humidity as 35 percentage. Okay, so because it's the approximate value. Okay, the relative humidity is around 35 percentage. And then enthalpy, how to find out enthalpy? What I said, so the WBT and enthalpy lines are same. Okay, so same line, just you extend, you are having the enthalpy curve where we are having the enthalpy as around 42.5 because it lies between 40 and 45. Okay, one is 40 and 45, so we are getting the enthalpy as 42.5 because we are having the 5 graduation in between 40 and 45 and lies exactly in between, means 40 plus 45 divided by 2, 85 by 2. It is nothing but your 42.5. This is how to find out. And dpt means what? You are moving towards a left. Okay, so very simple. So from this point you move towards the left and you came down. Okay, that gives your dpt. This is how to do analytically, and you are going to compare those values with respect to psychrometric chart. I think, hope now you clear, okay, how to see the values using the psychrometric chart and how to solve the analytically. Okay, guys, any doubts? Using the empirical formula and psychrometric chart, that's why I compared both. Okay, how to took the values, how to take the values, and how to compare. Okay, Tarun Pachori
Yes, sir.
understood all the formulae. Next, how to see the
Yes, sir.
psychrometric chart. Okay, good. Okay, Others Desai. Okay, Others Desai. Okay, so I have posted all these problems and theoretical part. Okay, you refer this much only. So try to solve the problems. Okay, so once again refer the psychrometric chart. Okay, so that this chapter is very simple. Okay, this one only you'll get in the exam. Okay, hope you understood the concept in this one. Still you are having any doubts? Please let me know. Okay. The problems are not complicated in psychrometrics. I am telling you. Okay, it is a very simple chapter. Okay, so compared to other chapter, so in other chapter we are having lot of formula substitution and those things. In this chapter, very simple. So whatever I solve that problem, no, try to understand one problem. Okay, so you can able to solve any problem, but meantime try to analyze the psychrometric chart. Okay, so go through the psychrometric chart. Okay, then locate the point. Now whatever I given, no, 25-degree and 15-degree only you take, just you locate the point. First you find out using psychrometric chart, and then so you solve the problem using analytically. Okay, but before solving any problem, read the problem carefully. Okay, they'll give clearly, don't use psychrometric chart. In that case you have to use only the formula. Sometimes they won't mention anything. In that case you can solve any method, and sometimes they'll give use only psychrometric chart. That's why that heading is most important before solving any problem. So you have to solve the problem, okay, accordingly. Okay, hope you understood all the concepts. Okay, so yeah, I'll stop the session now. Okay, and all the material I have posted in the group, your class, Google Classroom. Okay, so just okay, thank you one and all for joining. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you. Okay, so I'll stop the session now. Okay.